After Akhenaten's death, a mysterious ruler named Smenkare appeared briefly and exited with hardly a trace. Now, after Akhenaten's death, Akhenaten was very eccentric and crazy, who had tried to change the way of worship of his people. After his death, a ruler named Smenkare appeared for a very, very brief period. And his whereabouts are mysterious to the whole world. Nobody knows about him because there is no record that how did he exit. That means whether he died or whether he was thrown out or what had happened to him at that time, nobody knows. So he was a mysterious ruler. So he came for a very brief period and exited with hardly a trace. And then a very young Tutankhaten took the throne. A young boy named Tutankhaten, he took over the throne. King Tut, as he is widely known today, the whole world knows him now as King Tut. The boy king soon changed his name to Tutankhamun, living image of Amun, and oversaw restoration of the old ways. Now, when the boy king, this Tutankhaten, took over the reins of his empire, he changed his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun, which meant living image of Amun, and oversaw, and he made sure that restoration of the old ways were done. Restoration means resettling or rebuilding of the old ways. That means of the old ways of worshipping. So he was looking after the restoration of the old ways. That means the ways of worshipping of the major god, which the majority of people used to worship. He reigned for about 9 years and then died unexpectedly. And he ruled his empire for about 9 years. But he died unexpectedly. His death was an unexpected one because he died very young. And there is no record of his death. Nobody knows how did he die, what had happened to him. Just speculations have been made about his death. Regardless of his fame and the speculations about his fate, Tut is one mummy among many in Egypt. Tut is a mummy, and it is one mummy among many in Egypt. Egypt is known for its mummies. Regardless of his fame and the speculation about his fate, Tut received lot of fame. Tut's mummy, in fact, received lot of fame when it was discovered. And lot of speculations have been made about his fate, assumptions. Guesswork has been done about his fate, that how did he die, what had happened to him. People are just curious to know about his life as well as death. But no matter what, he is dead. He is one of the mummies in Egypt. How many? No one knows. How many mummies are there? No one knows. The Egyptian Mummy Project, which began in an inventory means a catalogue, a record, listing, in late 2003 has recorded almost 600 so far and is still counting. By 2003, how many were recorded? 600 mummies. And is still counting, that means it is still going on. If you check, I think it is more than 1 million by now. The next phase, scanning the mummies with a portable CT machine donated by the National Geographic Society and Siemens, its manufacturer. King Tut is one of the first mummies to be scanned. Now, King Tut would be one of the first mummies to be scanned by the CT machine donated by National Geographic Society and Siemens. Siemens, it's its manufacturer. This society and Siemens is the manufacturer of the CT machine. So he was taken, for the scanning. In death, as in life, moving ahead, regally ahead of his countrymen. In death, as in life, when he was alive, he was the king of his countrymen. He was the leader of his countrymen. He was the king, monarch. And after death also, he is just ahead of his countrymen. He is the first one. Regally means almost, befitting a monarch, or you can say like a monarch, royally ahead of his countrymen. So in life also he was ahead of everyone, ahead of his countrymen, and after death also he is ahead of everyone. He is the first mummy among other mummies to be scanned.